Hello everyone, I'm back, part 3 of our episode on Bergerie de l'Ortus, our Pic St-Loup red wine. And I'm taking a few minutes here because I really wanted to emphasize I just finished having dinner, that lamb shank with olives, and I must tell you, and this is, this is not going to happen every time, this is really a stroke of luck. The food and wine pairing was perfect. And what I mean when I say that is that the wine, because of the food and the aromas coming from the food, it developed new aromas in the wine that are usually present in this wine, so they're probably concealed in there somewhere, but I was not sensing before. And so now that I'm finished having dinner for like an hour, those aromas are gone, and I'm back to basically the same wine that I tasted for you guys earlier. But having that meal, and there was a lot, basically there were lamb shanks braised in the olives, like big green olives, a lot of rosemary, and some lemon a little bit. And so what this wine did is that it really picked up on that olive. So what I was expecting before, because of the Syrah content in this, to have olives, and it didn't have when I first tasted it, during dinner it really came through. And also the rosemary made me really pick up those aromas of garrigue. And I'll explain what that is, because you'll see that a lot in the wine commentaries, and until I really looked it up and researched it, I had no clue what it meant. Is it in southern France, in Provence, you will find a lot of small herbs and small bushes, because it's very dry, very arid climate. And so you find a lot of, herbs of Provence, like rosemary, thyme, maybe some oregano, and there's a few other ones in there. There's a lot of lavender, olive trees, things of that nature. And if you're there, and if you have a chance to go to that area, and you're standing there in the fields one day, and it's windy, you will smell those aromas. It will come to you. And so that garrigue smell is usually used to describe wines from southern France, because for some reason or another, and I'm not going to call it terroir because I'm not, I don't know if that's why, but for some reason those wines very often pick up hints of those flavors, probably because of, whatever's growing around there. It's an ecosystem, right? Everything is sharing the same earth. And so what the wine did is it really picked up on that garrigue and that olive aroma, and the wine was completely different from when I drank it before for you guys, and right now it's back to where it was before I had dinner, because I've finished having dinner for like an hour now. And so this is not going to happen every time, but this is a very, very good combination of food and wine. And I strongly recommend that if I convince you to try this wine, which I wasn't that high on before, I had mixed feelings, as you saw. Now I'm saying if I'm going to have this meal again sometime, this is definitely the one I'm going to have with it. Or at least have a very similar type of wine, because this was a great combination. And so I encourage you that if you're going to have this wine, you have the braised lamb shanks with olives and rosemary, and it's going to bring out new flavors in your wine. And I strongly urge you to try the wine before and try and compare it with the wine as you're having the meal. And so a second topic of discussion on top of the one I shot at you during part 2 of the video is, do you have a combination of food and wine that matches perfectly? And if so, let us know about it so we can discuss it. So over and out, for real this time, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.